everybody, and welcome back to another fantasy football video. This is for the game week of, game week 22, I guess. The week fixtures of the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd and the 4th of January. So happy new year on that one. And how did we do? 49 points. The average is 45. I feel very disappointed, but also actually fine with how things went. So I guess going through, De Gea got his usual clean sheet, I think, didn't he? Yeah, clean sheet. Duffy, Otamendi, Walker, Gomez were all letdowns really. Not much I could really do there. Ali and Son did fine. I think Ali got an assist, is it? And Son got a goal. Now, the thing is, they obviously played twice, so you could turn around and say it's a little disappointing, but I'll take them scoring and getting an assist in one game rather than nothing. You know, Kroos got nothing in Brighton. I was kind of disappointed with that. I thought Brighton might do better against Bournemouth. Townsend got an assist. He was subbed in for Coutinho. Now, I should have known Coutinho was not going to play. I'm an idiot. Because obviously he is possibly Barcelona bound, or at least, shall we say, maybe his head's not in the game right now, so he didn't play at all. So Townsend got subbed in for him. Now Townsend at least gave me 5 points, so I can't really complain at that. Harry Kane didn't play against, well, he did play against Swansea, which was disappointing. He got like 1 point from that, and then 2 points from West Ham. He was ill with an illness, I think. I didn't know that at the time. No, I did know that at the time. I took a risk. It was like a calculated risk to say, like, well, I don't want to be the person who doesn't put Harry Kane in and then watch him get like 2 goals in each game and have him as your captain and stuff like that. So, you know, that's the way it goes at the end of the day. You win some, you lose some. Firmino was pretty disappointing as well. He only played 18 minutes. You get to this point in Christmas where the games come so thick and fast that you just have no idea who's playing and not playing. And so you can pick someone thinking, oh, they're going to play, and then the manager decides to rest them, or they pick up a little niggle and they get rested, and then you don't get any points. But that's the way it goes, really. So looking at the games and fixtures, Brighton and Bournemouth, said I kind of expected Brighton to win that, but I think that's a really good draw for Bournemouth. Surprising that Brighton scored 2 goals and old Kroos wasn't involved in any of it, but yeah, fair play. Liverpool beat Burnley 2-1. There was a very late goal from Clavan. Possibly his last goal for Liverpool. I don't know if he's really going to play again. They signed Virgil van Dijk. I actually just finished watching the Liverpool-Everton match in the FA Cup, which is a really good match actually. And Van Dijk scored like an 86th minute winner, heading it in from a corner, I think, yeah. And in a Merseyside derby to score the winner on your debut, that's a dream come true, isn't it? Like, that's not going to sink in for a while with him, but good win that for Liverpool. Are you right in thinking they might have gone 1-0 down there and then brought it back? But considering I don't think Salah played, he might have done. No, he didn't play, which is why I dropped him. He's injured. That's pretty impressive. Salah won African Player of the Year. Very well deserved. He's been absolutely fantastic this season. He really has. Mane came second. So, I mean, the one thing you can say about that is Liverpool, when there's an African Cup of Nations, Liverpool are going to be shit. Leicester spanking Huddersfield 3-0. Mahrez on fire, or Brighton on fire. Mahrez is a guy who I can't work out why he's still at Leicester. Does that make sense? He's not even getting linked with anywhere. Why are Arsenal not kind of think like you can lose Sanchez, get Mahrez in. That seems like a really good replacement. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure Leicester were going to ask for a lot of money, but that's a weird one that he's still there. You think like there's a lot of teams who would do really well with Mahrez. Vardy I can kind of understand, because I feel like Vardy is getting to an age where he's going to start slowing down. So much of his game is about pace that you wonder how well he's going to continue to do. He hasn't had the greatest of seasons this season either after his last season, but he's still a decent player. But I can understand him staying at Leicester. Mahrez I don't really understand, but there we go. Huddersfield, another loss for them. Let's have a look in the league. I'll go away. Monthly Manager of the Month awards. Huddersfield are 11th. They're still okay, but they're kind of only 4 points off the relegation zone. So yeah, you know, you got to do something about that, I guess. Now, the donor of the week goes to Mark Hughes, who rested all his players against Chelsea and got battered, and then still lost at home to Newcastle. I mean, Stoke. Wowzers. I can't see Mark Hughes still being in charge of Stoke by the end of like January, but on the other hand I kind of can, because all the other managers who would normally go in there and do the job, Allardyce, Pardew, Pulis, Hodgson even, they've all been taken. So it's like, who's left? Moyes, you know, who's left? So you kind of feel like, are they just going to stick with Mark Hughes, who I don't believe Mark Hughes is a bad manager. I've always felt like he's been a good manager, but I think he's just got a really bad squad at the minute, and my gut says Stoke are not going to go down, but it's not looking good for him, is it? My gut at the minute is saying that West Brom and City are going down, and then it's any out of probably up to about Huddersfield, who could go down from there. It's astounding that Southampton's down there, but there you go. United getting a good 2-0 win against Everton. Pogba getting a couple of assists. Everton started struggling again. I think they're going to be fine. They've had a couple of bad results. Christmas was not kind to them. Certainly, probably a couple of those you would have expected them to win, West Brom and Bournemouth, but that's what can happen sometimes when you play so many games. You know, these two that were like 2 days apart, so you kind of, I mean, it's the same for all the clubs, so there's not really like an unfair or fair advantage, but like I feel like I do feel sorry for clubs over Christmas who, you know, don't get a win or anything like that, because it feels like a real lonely kind of time as a football fan. If you know, because the games go thick and fast, and if you can't even get a win, it's heartbreaking. Speaking of getting a win, Crystal Palace beat Southampton. Yay, we won. We're on a decent kind of. We've had some really decent results recently. Obviously, coming off the back of that great draw against Man City, I was very worried we were like gonna have used up all the gas in our tank, but we seemed to do well. The first half we were terrible. Shane Long scored, but the second half we were really much better. They took off Kapai, who just looked absolutely knackered, to be fair. And MacArthur scored from like, I think it was like a whipped cross, and then Milosevic, scored a really good finish actually, kind of like whipped a cross goal into the corner. And we beat Southampton 2-1 away, which is a really good result. And Southampton are in a lot of trouble right now. They need a win against Watford. Watford, another team who need a win. Watford have, I mean, they've got 3 points, I guess, so it's better than some. But like, they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. You know, that winner, Leicester being one that sticks out there. But yeah, Southampton in a lot of trouble, I think. Palace, maybe people are saying like, oh, Palace are going to be alright now. Palace are going to be alright now. We're 2 points off the relegation zone. You can never say that. We need to sign some players, particularly a striker. Well, I think we just need to sign a striker. If we can get a good, decent backup to Benteke, or even somebody who's going to challenge him, I think we'll be fine. The biggest problem we've had is when Benteke was injured. We had to play Sacco up front, for fuck's sake, not the defender, the winger. Our other big problem could be if we lose Zaha. Everything is going through Zaha right now. He's the guy we are turning to for every game, and if we, if we're not careful and we lose Zaha, I don't think they're going to sell him till the end of the season. I think he will go at the end of the season. I don't think we're going to sell him midway through. He is kind of like, I guess, appetising to some of these bigger clubs, especially with the Champions League, because he's not cup tied, or he's not cup tied for the FA Cup yet either. He is like technically a homegrown player as well, so that also helps them out. But I don't see a team who need him right now. Man City, I don't feel like they need anyone. They might buy someone, but they don't really need anybody. They're so far ahead. Man United aren't going to buy him, that's for sure. Chelsea aren't going to buy him. I don't think. I'd be surprised if Chelsea did. I can't think who he would be, kind of like where he would fit. I've kind of said before, Liverpool or Tottenham would do well with him. They're playing that style, but I feel like Liverpool, like, he's not going to get into the squad ahead of like Mane or Salah. So I don't know why they would buy him necessarily. And Tottenham, I could see Tottenham have been linked with him for a while, but I don't know if they would do that. Arsenal would do well with him as well. He's not exactly like a replacement for Sanchez, but I don't know. But again, I don't think we'll sell him to the end of the season, so hopefully we can make it through there. What the hell we do at the end of the season when we lose him, I don't know. But there you go. Spurs beat Swansea 2-0. That was where Ali scored and Llorente. Swansea, for what I heard, were very unlucky in that game. But Spurs ground out that win, I guess. West Ham beat West Brom 2-1. Pardew's struggling. West Brom is struggling. Unless West Brom invest a lot of money, I can't see a way back for them right now. As sad as it is, West Brom have been in the Premier League for a long time, it feels. Same as Swansea in a way. I don't think Swansea's as long as West Brom, but it'd be sad to see them drop down. But yeah, I mean, you kind of pay the price, I guess, for being pretty stagnant. And Tony Pulis and Paul Clement are both, in my opinion, pretty stagnant managers. So that's what happens. If you look at the kind of like the teams who came up who are doing well, you've got Huddersfield, who've got David Wagner, who's very progressive. You can always look at Burnley and say Sean Dyche, very progressive. Rafa, Newcastle's obviously a really good manager. Chris Hughton, who I don't know if you'd describe as a progressive manager, but I guess at least he's a young kind of manager, pushing through. But maybe it says something about the way the Premier League's going at the minute. The bottom three clubs, Mark Hughes, what was Tony Pulis, is now Alan Pardew. God, I can't believe I forgot that. And Swansea is Paul Clement. It's just taken over Carlos Carvajal. Maybe it says that like the old guard, of managers. There was always this thing where English managers would complain and be like, "Oh, clubs only go for foreign managers. We never get a chance." Blah blah blah. You've had countless chances. Like Alan Pardew's he's managed West Ham, Newcastle, Crystal Palace, and now West Brom. Okay, if you can't do fuck all with any of them, then I'm sorry, you don't deserve any more chances. Mark Hughes in a way, you can look at it as goes. Blackburn, Man City, Stoke, Paul Clement had his chance at Derby, I think then Swansea. All these managers, they keep getting chances over and over again, and it comes a point, I think, where they're just not going to be considered for Premier League jobs anymore. Certainly if West Brom get relegated, I can't see Pardew getting back into the Premier League unless he gets promoted with a Championship club. And then you look at the top and you go, where's the English managers? Well, the first English managers is in 7th, and then 9th, and then 12th. It's an unfortunate thing, but one of the reasons why I believe that English managers are so far behind is if you take it that most managers are ex-players. English players just don't go abroad. They don't see things. Even Pep Guardiola, he did play at Barcelona a lot, obviously, but he did then go, I think, to Brescia or somewhere like that. He went and played in Italy. Mourinho's a bit different because he managed a lot of different countries rather than so he managed in Spain, Portugal, Italy, England, Conte, Italy. I don't actually know if Conte played for any club other than Juventus. I can't remember. Weirdly, I think he might have played in like the I'm actually just going to look this up quickly because I'm actually intrigued to know. Antonio Conte. Let's have a look. No, he only ever played in Italy, to be fair, so maybe he's my kind of... But he was Italy manager, I guess, so maybe that counts. Liverpool, Klopp. Again, actually that doesn't really count either, because Klopp barely even played football. But anyway, my point would be is that if they haven't played, they've probably studied a lot of football. Arsene Wenger never played a lot, but he certainly studies football a lot. Whereas I feel like English managers are very like it seems to be an English kind of almost disease where we are just very like introspective. Like we focus a lot on what's going on with us. We think we're the best. We don't need to go to anywhere else. Whereas I think in other countries people are a bit more progressive. It's maybe not the future of England, like the younger generations coming through, but I think certainly the older generations, it was always like, well, England's the best, we don't need to go anywhere. And people were like, oh, I don't want to go abroad, the food's funny and stuff like that. I mean, that genuinely was like people's arguments back in the day. But anyway, back in the day when these sort of managers were playing. Anyway, I'm getting off track, aren't I? West Ham beat West Brom 2-1. Andy Carroll, always rated Andy Carroll, always. Man City won 3-1. God damn, Gray for that late consolation goal. If he hadn't, I've got an extra 8 points there. Would have looked a lot better. God damn him. But yeah, routine win, I guess, for City there after the Palace upset, I guess you would call it. 15 points clear at the top. Liverpool up next, which I guess would be one of the last times they actually face a side which is capable of beating them. That is, of course, you would imagine that Salah would be back for that game, considering it's in 10 days' time or 9 days' time or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, good luck to Liverpool. I kind of don't want to see City go undefeated for the season, because it kind of makes a mockery of the league if they do that. But on the other hand, you are like, they are a really good side, so they may well deserve it. Arsenal-Chelsea, bit of a humdinger of a game, this one, actually. I think Chelsea were probably a little bit unlucky not to win. But I guess a 2-2 draw's probably a fair result. Certainly all these sides, apart from Man United, who are probably struggling a fair bit right now, are steadily they need to sort out the whole Sanchez Ozil thing like that. You know what? I can't say it. People are going on about it now, but if you think about it, that is a farce that they let their two best players get to the point whereby their contracts are going to run down. That is a joke. That is an absolute joke. Can you imagine Man United letting, say, Pogba and Lukaku have their contracts run down? Can you imagine Liverpool letting Salah, Coutinho have their contracts run down so they go on a free? Can you imagine Spurs letting Harry Kane and Dele Alli have their contracts run down? No. So Arsenal are the imagine Chelsea having Hazard and Morata have their contracts run down. Arsenal are the worst run club in the Premier League. I swear to God, they boast about the fact that they're the best run and they make this money and blah blah blah. That will haunt them for many a year to come, I tell you. If they both leave on a free at the end of the season, that will haunt them. Spurs 1, West Ham 1, Son scored in this one. I guess with 2 days rest or whatever, is probably not the worst result for both sides there. Although Spurs, I think, would Spurs, I think, would want to keep putting the pressure on like Liverpool and the rest, because they're dropping off a little bit now, despite having a really good run. These sides are. I'd say it's weird to me that they're 6 points ahead, or like Manchester United 6 points clear of the European Champions League spots, because Man United are playing so fucking shit right now. They are playing really badly, and yet they're still second. It's unbelievable. I think Chelsea and Liverpool both playing really well, and yet they're third and fourth without don't seem to be able to catch Man United. I mean, they're only 1 point behind Chelsea, and I think they were second. Yeah, but it's weird. It's weird. You look at those teams here, and it's like Man United are playing the worst out of all of these teams, but they're grinding out some results because that's what Jose Mourinho does, I guess. Anyway, next up, so we won't have a fantasy football video next week. It will be I don't know, from Tuesday the 16th, I guess. There's 11 days time that I'm recording this. Chelsea Leicester. I'd imagine a Chelsea win there. Palace Burnley. I hope Palace can win that, but I would imagine Burnley would either beat us or will draw. Huddersfield West Ham's a very interesting game. Same with Newcastle Swansea. Watford Southampton. I said Southampton need a win. West Brom Brighton and West Brom need a win so bad. Spurs at Everton. At the current rate, I would imagine Spurs to win that, but you never know. That's the humdinger of a game everyone's going to be watching there Sunday afternoon. Arsenal Bournemouth. That's the sort of game Arsenal lose, so don't be surprised if that happens. Man United Stoke. You can only imagine a Man United win there with how bad Stoke are, but Man United not playing very well at the minute. I'm not going to touch my team because obviously with the FA Cup games I don't know who's coming and going and doing whatever, so I'll leave it till the last minute, which will probably be the Friday or maybe even the Saturday morning to actually make my changes. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing. We are under 1 million overall. That is amazing. That's perfect. I'm so happy about that. That's where I want to be, under 1 million. I appreciate that maybe 3 million people are probably not actively playing right now, because it always happens that people they make a team, or maybe they have multiple ones and then they'll drop others out. But I'm really, really happy to be under 1 million and the top 4,000 of Crystal Palace fans. But there you go. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.